My lovely peaches. How are you? Another day, another Britney watch. I just wanted to say at this point, I truly believe that Britney is in danger. I believe she's being held against her will and also drugged psychotically against her will by people who have every interest in keeping her where she is. I don't believe she can just run away or say, hey, take all my money and just give me my freedom, because I think she knows way too much about all the stuff that they've done to her personally, and she probably knows other things that they don't want getting out. I think that there are 50 million, if not more, reasons for this group of people who are in control of her to stay in control of her. And at this point, as many rabbit holes as you can go down and research all of the terrible things happening out in the world, I believe there's lots of truth to lots of that. But ultimately, I just think about Britney that she needs somebody powerful and strong and wealthy with some type of law enforcement and judicial ties to get in there and get her out of there, if possible, save her. Basically, at this point, she needs to be truly free and saved. My hope and wish is she gets free. The thing is, I'm invested in knowing about Britney's well-being. I'm concerned. I'm curious. I'm worried. I don't have the answers. I don't have the power to do the investigation. I don't have the money or the resources to be the one to SWAT team her out of there or whatever it's going to take. I don't have the legal power, the manpower. I don't have the way to save her, but I do see that she's in danger, and not because of her mental state, I don't believe, but because of the people who put her there, who've been controlling her. I urge anyone who's doubtful to go listen to her testimony, and whether you think she's being truthful is up to you. I heard someone who's sending a plea for help. I also think it's weird and bizarre and very too bad that there's so many Britney haters out there and so many accounts out there spamming. I've already blocked a few people just because I'm sharing a message of concern and love for her, and hopefully people will continue to do so, no matter how deep down the wormhole you want to go to research, but just get the message out. Anyone who can help her, please do. Thoughts on someone being mentally unwell and therefore needing to be locked up or have their finances controlled. Yes, of course, there's times when someone is not able to manage their finances and they need assistance. I do not believe that this is the case at all. Also, it is not a crime to have or to have the need for mental health improvements. And what bothers me so much about all of the Britney haters is that they try to equate the fact that she might need mental health guidance to a reason to have her locked up and to have her money and her fortune taken. And it's just absurd. That's just the narrative of the people who want to keep her there because they benefited from it. And it's not okay to mix up the two. She, to my knowledge, she's never hurt herself. She's never hurt another person. She's never done a crime. She never stole anything. She simply was an extremely famous person being harassed and having mental issues 15 years ago. This whole idea that she needs to be in this is sick. It's twisted, and it's the narrative of those who want her there. And then I also need to just add that even if she had hurt herself at any point, that still is not a reason to keep her locked up and not allow her to enjoy her life and her fortune. I saw some nasty hater creator saying, who's going to protect her millions? Why does somebody need to protect her millions? It's her millions. If she wants to blow it, she's allowed to do that. She's allowed to make mistakes. She's allowed to need help. She's allowed to do things that are not criminal, like we all are. So it's really sad. It's sick. It's twisted. I don't know how or why people are so quick to always buy into a narrative. People don't understand that media is controlled by so many very powerful corporations who have an agenda, and keeping Britney down and pushing the narrative that she's mentally ill serves them. But if you really dive into it, it doesn't even make sense, because even if she was mentally ill, that doesn't justify stealing a woman's life fortune. And you guys need to just stop with it. She needs to be free from this control and power against her. Britney Spears has the right to get help that she chooses of her own choosing. She has the right to choose the doctors, the lawyers, the psychiatrists, the therapists, the yoga, the meditation, any and everything that she chooses for her own well-being. She has that right. She is and should be free and allowed to get the help that she wants, not for it to be forced upon her by others who have every interest, financially and otherwise, in keeping her bound and gagged. Figuratively and literally, this woman is being held captive, and at this point, maybe she is being mentally held captive. I don't know, but I do believe she wants out. She wants her freedom, and she deserves it, and she has the right to choose the path of her own well-being. Like I already said, she's not a criminal. It is not a crime to be mentally unstable, if that even is the issue, because that's the narrative they've been pushing all these years. So if it is even true, it's caused by them anyhow. And it's not a crime if it is even true that she has mental health issues. But it is a crime to do what's being done to her. She doesn't need to be saved by Jesus. She doesn't need to be saved by the people who want to keep her in control. She needs to be saved so she can be free and healthy for real.